Yes. Hello, everybody. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I also welcome everybody, ladies, gentlemen, wherever you're watching from. This is Intercontinental Sports TV. Back again with our lovely debates. That's we call it Friday Debate Show. Friday Debate Show, as you are saying on the screen today. We're going to look at this main man called Pep. No doubt about it. Pep is our focus in this debate for this debate. I have everybody standby. I have Robbie, Professor Tuchel, Kunle Fayegas, all standing in by. But before I allow them to come into this show, as I've said, every Friday is always a Friday debate show on this channel, Intercontinental Sport TV. Please, wherever you're watching from, please subscribe to the channel. This is where you get every fantastic debate, fantastic topic. Please, wherever you're watching from, if you want to join us, I'm going to drop the link on the chat. You can link up with us or drop your comments. We are definitely going to read it out. Today's topic, let's go into it straight up. As I've said, we are looking at this guy. The topic says, can Pep Guardiola still be termed a success at Manchester City without winning the Champions League? It's going to be a fantastic show, I tell you. No doubt about that. It's going to be massive in today's show. But before I said, I bring in my co-host from all parts of the world. Please subscribe to the channel, as I've said, and also smash the like on the video. This is another way to help us. No doubt about it. But first, let me bring in my main man. Also, Ireti is also standing in by from New Jersey. Is getting ready as well too. So let's get into this straight. Please, this is Intercontinental Sport TV. No doubt about it. So, as I've said, I love this guy, Pep Guardiola. He has been a fantastic coach for Man City, but there's only one thing he's supposed to win. I mean, spending all this billions of dollars. I mean, this is all I can say. This is the information I got. He has spent so much, but still can't win the Champions League. So I'm going to bring in, as I've said, my co-host to dissect it. Is it a success for him not winning the Champions League wherever he's watching from? First, let me bring in my main man, Robbie. Hi, Robbie. What's up, bro?
Hello, good evening. I'm fine, I'm good, and it's so good to be back on the show once again.
Fantastic. Thank you. You're watching it. You're joining us from Ile-Ife. That's in Nigeria. That's where Yoruba. Let me stop. Let me hand it there. Ile-Ife. That's what we call it. All right. Also, quick one. Ireti is coming in, the second person coming in on this show. As we always say, everybody has different opinion. You can drop your comment. If you can't join us, I'm going to drop the link, as I've said, for you guys to join us wherever you're watching it from. It's good to have you, Robbie. Let me bring in
Thank you very
Ireti
much.
as well. Irate, bro. How's New Jersey? What's going on, bro?
Hey, brother, New Jersey is good. As how you doing? It's good to be back on the
Uh,
show.
all right. Good to have you too. Fantastic. Let me bring Kunle Fayega as well. Kunle of Nigeria, Oshodi in particular, where things happen, where many things happen. No doubt about it. Oshodi for that matter, bro of life. What's going on?
I'm good, boss. Social is there. It's just there to do nothing serious happening. It's just cool, just
All
like any
right,
other Friday. It's just cool.
all right, fantastic.
Well done, boss.
All right, good to have you. Let me drop the link for our viewers wherever
Yeah.
maybe they want to join us on this topic. I'm also going to bring there's one person too coming into this show. His name is Professor Tuchel. I don't know whether he's a Chelsea coach, but let me bring him first. Hello, Prof.
Yeah,
I'm
hello
scared.
everyone.
Is it Jeez.
He's a very strong Chelsea fan here. It's good to be back on
Oh,
to be on the show for the first time. Joining here
all
for the
right.
first
Oh,
time.
good to have you, bro.
My
Oh,
yeah, my
fantastic.
man's
Good.
Ireti is my man. So it was the one who brought me on the show.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
fantastic. Good
Prof
to have you.
Tuchel.
Ah, you fear you scared me,
ah,
oh, bro. I
but,
want
but
to say,
ah,
what's going on here? Ah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought
those are
but
those are
I thought
strong
Rangnick
Chelsea
was the
fans.
I thought Rangnick I thought Rangnick was the professor actually. I don't. Where's Tuchel becoming a pro? I thought Rangnick
No,
was
No,
no,
the
no matter
Rangnick
You
is
know,
no,
professor,
doing
you
another
just
job.
leave Chelsea fan.
and
Just leave them
Tuchel
alone. That's how
Tuchel
they do.
Was a student. Likewise, Klopp and except at
And
the
he,
same
and he forgot
country.
to teach himself because he's so terrible.
All right,
Wonderful.
guys, good to have you on this show. Fantastic. Let me see. Is anybody coming in? Oh, not yet. I'm waiting for another professor too. That's Tunde. Is also, I don't know, is going to join us. Let's get into this straight because I'm going to start from Ireti. You are going to share your own opinion on this topic. Viewers want to know where do you stand on this on Pep Guardiola? Look at what I got. What they have spent so far and many players he has signed. Are you going to say um, he has been successful? Let me start from you, Irate.
Yeah. Looking at what Pep has achieved, I mean, it's only going to. It's like you just don't want to say the truth or you don't want to be honest because right now he's already successful, winning the titles he's won, domestic cups and everything. So when the Abu Dhabi came in, they wanted to make Man City one of the biggest clubs in the world. And
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has already helped them achieve that with the dominance in the Premier League, winning the cup competitions and the Premier multiple times. So yes, no matter what happens from here, like obviously when I mean no matter what, I still expect him to challenge for all of these trophies. He's already a success. He has changed the Premier League landscape, the way he plays. You know, when he first came in, there were doubts. Oh, can Pep really do this in the Premier League and everything? But he has proven everyone wrong. And is yeah, for me is if he leaves the Premier League now, I'll consider him the best manager in Premier League history.
Ha.
The best,
Oh, wow.
yes. The thing shock you.
It shocked you.
I'm telling you, I will call the best. So for
Ah,
me, he has done a great job. The number of goals, the number of points, goals to game ratio, points to game ratio, he has been outstanding. So I mean, the criticism of the Champions League will always be there,
Yes.
and obviously, it was also brought in to help the team win the Champions League because if they don't win the Champions League, they won't be among the elites in Europe. That is how I see
Hmm.
it. And you just don't have to win the Champions League once, you have to win it multiple times before you can,
So,
be on the same level with the likes of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Ajax, and the rest. So,
And Manchester.
but I feel like even if he doesn't win it, the Champions
yeah.
League is still a success at Manchester City and Premier League as a whole. So that's my own opinion.
All right, all right. That's good. That's good one. I want to tell our viewers about this. As I've said, Pep joining Man City from Bayern Munich. I think the last time he won the Champions League was with Messi. Robbie, I'm going to come to you on this topic. Where do you stand on with this guy? The topic, I mean, where do you stand with this guy? Is has it been a success? Well, at Man City, not winning the Champions League go. So, I mean, look
Okay.
at the players this guy have signed. I mean, lot. And most of them, I remember this guy going back to Bayern. What's this guy's name? Very fantastic player. Now plays in Bayern.
Mane.
Um, yeah, yes. So a lot of players like that. Where do you stand from? I mean, now I can see Man City. I mean, signing players 100,000. I mean, is it 100 million, 90 million
100 million.
before
Yeah,
just
100 million.
yeah. Unlike before, they've not done that. I mean, they are now spending so big. So where do you stand on this topic, Robbie? Let's hear you.
Okay. Let me say first and foremost, I would disagree with Mr.
Eh,
Ireti,
yes.
on the subject of him saying that if Pep should the English Premier League today, they would consider him the greatest manager of all times. Well, that is your opinion. I to some extent I would say I agree with you. Maybe I'm a bit too emotional, but I would say I would not consider him the greatest manager in the English Premier League. Why? Because he has not even won the Premier League up to 5 times. If he wins this current trophy, which he is most likely to actually win, it will be his fourth trophy. Alex Ferguson won 13 English Premier League titles. 13.
Oh,
And I
oh,
don't think Pep I don't think Pep. I'm not the man, but I don't know if he's going to stay for that long to match that record. But if he does, well, all the best to him. Now, coming to the subject at hand, I am not a Man City fan. I think because of the heartache we've suffered as United fans, I have come to admire the way Man City have played. I've come to admire the way City have conducted themselves in the transfer market. And I think it's no more news that City just signed Ellen Haaland. And I think to
mm,
everybody's surprise, the fee on Haaland is not even up to about 90 million pounds or thereabouts. It is at least something still decent. But um,
yeah.
but I think the most important thing here is since Pep came to the English Premier League, just like the last speaker rightly said, he has completely changed the landscape of the English league, and he has been dominant from. I will not say his first season. His first season was more or less like he was trying to cut his teeth in the English Premier League, but he has been dominant from his second season. And just like Kule will say, when it is Kule's turn to talk, or to speak, Kole will tell you that he has made football look like as if it's a programmed sport or a programmed game, because he says according to Kole that players are playing like robots and everything. But I will say I will give credit to Pep because he has practically dominated every sphere of the English league. He has won the English Premier League at least 2 times. This is his fourth title loading up. He has won the English League about 4 times. He has won the English Community Shield at least two, and the list just goes on. He has completely dominated the English landscape. So for that, I would give him credit. I would give him a pass mark, and I would say he is a success. Coming to the issue of the Champions League, yes, it is important he wins an European title, an European trophy for Manchester City, based on the fact that he has been able to help them grow their brand. He has been able to help them grow the club to the standard where the name of the club it can be put in the same sentence as European elite. But as it is, I would say that yes, some of the defeats or some of the hiccups he has suffered over the years, let me say some of them have been his fault, but some of them have actually been a case of close but no cigar, like they say, or a case of just a run or a turn of bad luck. But I really see him going going at least if he has maybe 2, 3, 4 years in contract, I see him winning the Champions League for Man City. When I don't know, is it going to be next season? I don't know. If it's going to be next two seasons, I don't know. But I see him winning the trophy for Manchester City for as long as he. And I guess with that, that is more or less like the icing on the cake for him, which will put him as one of the best managers the game has ever seen. That is my opinion.
All right, all right, all right. That's a cool one. That's a very good insight from Robbie there. And you said, well, if from your own point of view, you see him as a success, but not within Champions League. I just want to come to Professor Tuchel on this topic. I mean, considering the
Yeah.
fact that this guy has spent a lot. I mean, look at what I'm putting on the screen. I'm not sure whether it's a real actual figure, but this is what I could get. This guy has spent
Yeah.
a lot of money and he has purchased so many players. In fact, most players we don't even know where they are right now. I mean, well, coming to you, Professor Tuchel,
Yeah,
can you tell this guy has been a successful coach at Man City, not winning without winning the Champions League yet? Now they have
yeah.
Haaland, so I mean, all eyes will be on him again. So, what's your own
Well,
opinion on this?
well. I don't feel. I feel is I'm in the camp of those who've spoken before me. I feel guaranteed is a success already in Man City, and not for Man City alone. I feel personally that it's a great success to the Premier League. His inclusion is he coming to the Premier League really changed a lot of things. Took the Premier League to another level. We talk about the competition from Jurgen Klopp from Liverpool. He has pushed them to that. They can't say he hasn't pushed the Premier League to that point where both of them are. Imagine the points they're gathering. We're talking about 100 points, 98 points here. These are numbers that we've not seen before. I was reading it yesterday when they said Liverpool are currently on 86 points. I'm not sure. And they said Alex Ferguson won the league 5 times with that point or less. So
Hmm.
this is the Pep factor here.
Wow.
So he's guaranteed the success already. I'll quickly touch on what Ireti said on him going down as the greatest manager. I feel it might be going down as the greatest manager, whether he wins the Champions League or not, for what he has done to the Premier League. If he stays as long as we're talking about 4 titles in 5 years here. I don't think he's ever been it's clearly unmatched. If he stays as long as Sir Alex, he probably will beat that record. He's a phenomenal manager, no doubt. Winning the Champions League, I feel, takes a little bit of luck.
Hmm.
Nobody when Jose Mourinho was in Chelsea for 2 seasons, couple of seasons, he didn't win the Champions League with Chelsea, but yet
Yeah.
nobody questions him saying was Jose Mourinho a success in Chelsea because he was. I remember it was the hottest property when he came, and he didn't win the Champions League too. But no, there was no discussion about whether it was a success or not. Even though we know maybe he didn't spend much time or as much money as Pep has spent now. Money will not buy you Champions League. I feel like Champions League you need a lot of you need a bit of luck with it. We're talking about Thibaut Courtois studs. We're talking about Mendy removing the ball at the 9 minutes. These are the little things need to go your way. Signing Haaland doesn't guarantee him Champions League. I'm so sorry. He can
Mm.
spend as much money. It doesn't guarantee him Champions League. The one against Chelsea, against my team last season, was his fault for not using a defensive midfielder. So, like Robbie said, part of it has been his fault, and some of it has been luck. So you need luck to do that. But I feel like he's still going to be one of the best. I feel like he's still going to be a success. Sorry, in Manchester City, even if he doesn't win the Champions League. Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's Professor there. That's Professor. Fantastic points there. Kunle Faiga, I'm coming to you.
Mm,
I'm seeing a message
mm.
here says Pep has been the best, has the best points and games ratio in Premier League history, more than anyone else, which is true. That's a fact. And he dealt with Ferguson in two. I know it. Let's leave that one.
I don't
Shots
Let's leave that
fired.
one.
understand.
Ah, we are talking about
Robbie,
this one.
I
Robbie
don't.
will come
Ah,
for you.
No, no verse, no.
we
I
are
I
just
don't
just,
talking
I,
about this
understand.
one.
it's like people
Ah,
forgot. I just said I should remind Man U fans.
We
Sorry,
just
no
leave
verse.
me.
Hey,
We are
stop
talking
it. Oh,
about
No,
this
stop it. Oh.
point.
there is
This
no.
there's
okay.
a question. No, we are asking a
Wait. I
question.
don't
Now, this is
understand.
where I'm going to. I'm a Manchester United fan. Know that. But we are asking.
Where this, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like
Please help me. Please, Kunle,
no,
please
no,
help
no.
me. Pull me into this game. We
I
are
need
asking
to
a
I need
question.
to try
He's
to
saying he
understand
beat
what
Ferguson two
irate
times.
is saying because
No, just a reminder. Just a reminder.
I
No
don't
verse.
understand how
We
we
don't need
the,
to remind that. We don't need it.
about
Thank you.
reminding about. I don't understand. Like we're talking about Pep Guardiola's time in the. He was not Manchester City manager while
Abi,
Ferguson was
what
Luckily for you
like
Manchester City.
guys,
wahala?
We are talking
that
about
luckily for
Wahala.
you guys, it was not there then.
no. Even if he was there, he doesn't.
Uh,
Whether he was there or not, it didn't happen. So it doesn't. But then coming to that, where you say he has the best points and game
yeah.
ratio. I'm sorry, but that doesn't. How does that? I'm sorry, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Winning, look, even if you win the Premier League with 50 points, you have won. the amount of points you win or goals
No,
scored
I'm not
and
talking
all of
about the
this
amount of points. I'm
doesn't
talking
really
about
matter.
points
Jose
per
Mourinho,
game. The
when
number of games he has coached to the number of
I
points he has
hear you,
accumulated, more than any other manager in Premier League history.
how does that look? What matters is winning. Whether it is, you see, that's another problem I think I have with the game today. The game today is so full on statistics, and I feel it is not allowing us to actually enjoy or probably look deeper into what people or what the managers or what the players are doing. Like now, you come now today, the game is all about goals and assists. You don't forgetting that that these players sometimes they actually do play very well. What they bring on the game, what they bring on the pitch is actually more than goals and assists. But you measure them by goals and assists, and that is where you used to rate a player whether he is a failure or not. Like take for instance Jack Grealish, because Jack Grealish was bought for 100 million. Everybody thinks he's going to have all the goals and assists in the world when he might actually be playing a different role where that is not going to happen. So I have a problem with that. I have a very very big problem with that kind of analogy. But that by the side anyway. That one is by the side. Pep Guardiola for
Yes.
me has
We lost you.
We lost him. Please, Kule, come back. Don't let Ireti say big.
Wait, no. So you know.
Oh my
I don't say
goodness.
I don't win, Abi.
All right. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody is sending on the message. It says, "Hey, boss, good show." Oh, thank you so much, bro.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming to. I hope Kunle will come back. I hope Kunle will come back in Jesus' name. Ireti cannot go like this. Now, let me come back to. Now we are having a fantastic guest, new person in our midst, and that's Professor Tuchel.
Okay.
Please, I want to come back to you. To be
Okay.
candid, this guy, I want you to mention this point. Like Pep has spent a lot of money.
Yes.
With this money, I mean, some people. I mean, he has spent a lot of money buying players.
Yeah.
Sometimes he won't even use them. He
Well,
won't even use them. And you say this guy has. I mean, he's successful. What if
well,
can he even go to I mean club like Everton and be having this kind of display? It's like
um,
it's like I see him as a spoiled child. Like, oh, I have everything at my disposal, so I can do what. So I still see him until when he wins Champions League for me. That's when I'm going to say. I mean, he
that's
has spent
that's that's what I'm saying. We've had managers who are not in Pep stand level win Champions League. That's why I said it comes down to sometimes luck. We've had, look at, for me, Di Matteo won the Champions League. When you mentioned some of these managers who have won the Champions League cannot, we know it's clear. Apart from Pep spending money, it's difficult to control. We've seen it with Paris Saint-Germain. It's very difficult to control these egos, these players, and Pep does a fantastic job managing them. Look at what he did. I mean, everybody. I was part of the school of thought, part of people who felt like they will not turn up against Newcastle after the emotional damage. They went to Kuno is back after the damage they
Kule is
went
back.
through.
All right.
A psychological damage they went through with Madrid. But look, he's the best at the job to come out and galvanize them and focus them mentally to come back. To manage these egos is very difficult. So big players require big managers. So talking about him going to Everton, look at Carlo. Mr. Carlo went there. Don Carlo went to Everton. He cannot do much. There's only so much you can do with a small team. And that's him in the Champions League final and with Madrid as the champions. So I don't think people should question if Pep goes to Everton or goes to a smaller team. I used to hear that narrative a lot. Will he do as much?
Yeah.
No, we'll never know. We'll never know. It's just people were questioning the goat Messi. Messi plays in the Premier League. How will he perform? I said you don't ask questions about great players like this. They've done it over and over and over again. Whether or not he has done it against Premier League teams. So I don't feel like Pep needs. I feel he needs a little bit of luck to get over the line. Yeah. And if he
All right.
doesn't, it will leave
Yeah.
a legacy down for somebody else to take to do it. Another manager to do it. That's what
All
I feel.
right. All
Yeah.
right. Thanks so much, Prof.
Yeah.
Kunle, we lost you there. You, I think it's internet is messing up at this moment. S- Kunle, can you hear us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
I can.
yeah. You didn't finish up your point
Yeah,
the other time
yes,
before you press that button.
yes. So what I was, yes. So what I was trying to say was that um okay, so Guardiola has actually done very well at City because um City have won three out of the last four Premier League titles, and they are on the cusp of doing a fourth in five. And that is massive. It goes to clearly show that they are the standard in the Premier League. You understand? They are the
For now,
standard,
as
and
in the standard for
that
now.
is what it is.
Ten Hag is coming. Prof, you are laughing. No, serious. You will see what Ten
This
Hag
this
is
is
going to do.
playing.
We'll
Who
be
is
here.
coming? Is this playing?
Is this played?
Oh, I lost Kunle again.
But he's a good
What's
manager.
going
Ten
on?
Hag is a good manager. I feel
Yeah.
like he's going to
So
help people
that's
more.
what I'm saying. For now, he can do whatever he wants to do. You know. Okay. Robbie, are you still there with us?
Yeah,
Please,
sure,
I
I'm
want you
with
to.
you.
Yeah, I want you to. Yeah, look at this. Um, I still don't get it. Like, if you look at this ratio of, I mean, the money this guy has spent. Is
Incredible
it? I
numbers.
mean, I'm telling you, I still say this guy has everything. He has a lot of money to spend. So I don't see him as, to me, from my own point of view, I don't see him as a great coach. Like, I mean, without winning the Champions League, that's the highest. Um, if I after World Cup, I still see this tournament as one of the best tournaments in the world. So, Robbie, where do you stand
Yeah.
again? I mean, is there any point you want to prove again?
Okay. Let me quickly say this.
Yeah.
Um, During Alex Ferguson's era, when he actually wanted to get when he really wanted to attack the Premier League title, he went for Andy Cole. Andy Cole was formerly at Newcastle. He had to spend a lot of money to get Andy Cole out of Newcastle to bring him to Manchester United. This is when a coach decides to change the dynamics of the Premier League, there is the
Yes.
repercussion or the effect we see is the amount of money that is being spent. And if you check
So,
during the period of Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, and the other coaches that were there, players were bought for more or less like the way we say it here in Nigeria, meta 5 naira, meta 15 naira. They were bought on the cheap. So, but now, then let us not forget the fact that Corona came to visit us all, and that practically also changed the dynamics of the football business that we know it as it is today. Because at that point in time, you could not just walk into a team and say, "Oh, I want this thing," and they'll tell you, "Okay, take him. He's just available for 10 million." Teams were demanding astronomical fees for these players. And I had an argument, or let me say, I had a discussion with somebody here in Ife during this week, and I told the person that check the trajectory of Pep Guardiola from when he started at Barcelona. Pep before he started coaching at Barcelona was a nobody. So Barcelona was more or less like the preparatory ground that set the standard for the type of team that could afford him. So liken Pep to a very beautiful young lady you see on the road, and
mhm.
you just cannot drive
Wow.
an ordinary car and park beside her asking for her
You mean
audience. You have
you
to,
mean Omoile? Is that
yes,
what you are
you have
saying?
to,
Yeah. Okay.
yes. So you have to be going in a Range Rover Sport. You have to be going in a Jaguar. You're going in a Ferrari to command their attention. So more or less, that is the kind of coach that Pep is. And just like I told this person, I said, look at the things that he has coached. It was at Barcelona at the height when Barcelona had money to spend. Same with Real Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is the richest club in Germany. Then it came to England at the time when the Abu Dhabi group took over Manchester City. So at point in time, or let's say at this point in time, you have a club that has given a manager the keys to where the money is, the keys to their votes, and they are telling him spend as you want, buy whosoever it is you want. This type of philosophy will not happen at West Ham, neither will it happen at Everton, neither will it even happen at Aston Villa or any of the other clubs. It won't happen there. So in the case of Pep Guardiola buying players for astronomical fee, let me also like to the mantra that works here in Nigeria. If you go into a market and you want to buy maybe like a tuber of yam, most market women will look at the way you are well dressed. You're wearing a native that is well ironed, that is washed, and you came down from the jeep. And they are most likely to tell you that tuber of yam is 10,000 naira. And you will look at that. If you send maybe your driver to go and buy that same tuber of yam, the market woman will tell that driver that yam is 3,500 naira. So the clubs that Pep approaches to go get players, they know the reputation that precedes Pep Guardiola, that precedes Manchester City. This club has money. This manager is a manager that spends money. And the player is after, or the player is making inquiries about, the player is more or less like their best players or their most promising talent. As a club, as a football person, what would you do? You would tell them the same. You want Jack Grealish, it's for 150 million. This is the checkbook. You sign the check, we'll give you the player. So that is how it is. So let me hold on that.
Okay, hold on. I want to come to you now, Prof. I want us to look at most of the players this guy has signed. Let's look at them one after the other. I mean, the ones we can talk about. Let me put it on the screen. Can you see it on the screen from your end?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's talk about this Jack Grealish. He bought this player from Aston Villa. That's last year. 129 whatever million. Have you seen what has he brought to the table? I mean, talking about Jack Grealish from my own point of view.
Absolutely nothing as far as I'm concerned. I feel it was the wrong player to be signed by Man City. The way Man City likes to play, and I still have doubts on seeing how Erling Haaland will fit in. They don't like. They like to pass the ball. Grealish likes to carry the ball from Aston Villa. He was the man. It was the main man in the team. He could pick the ball from midfield and drive 2, 3, 4 players. He wouldn't do that in Man City. So he's being coached differently, and it's affected his game. And I don't see any way moving forward for him. I think it was more of a, I don't know. I can't call it a statement sign. Maybe I don't know what maybe they had to spend. I didn't know. I can't see the logic behind Jack Grealish's signing last season. To be honest, because it's always become now is a bad speed player. It's become a squad player at best now. So for me, that's one of the bad businesses of City. But they've done great businesses before in the past. I would not. I mean, I would like to see Man United. I know you guys are Man United fans, but I would like to see your figures in comparison, side by side with that City.
Leave our club, leave our club,
because you have spent ridiculous amount of money too. So that's my point about the fact that spending is one thing, and bringing these pieces together to become a success is another. Yeah. So that is why I would not say too much. The Dragic is signing over the top, but like I said, relatively, nobody knew they were going to get Erling Haaland for 50. What now? I heard it's coming for 50 something million pounds. Even though his salary is very large, but then if a player like that, you would take it all day to sign him for 50 something million and then pay 300 and something. So they've done. For me, I'd see these numbers. I mean, you're buying Mahrez, Diaz 23. Diaz is going to be there for another 5 years or more. Riyad Mahrez was signed as one of the best Premier League players when he was signed. These players have all been they've all repaid their money as far as I'm concerned. Most of them. So it's only Grealish's own that I know it's been a failure to be honest. Because for me, it was
Um,
culpable in that Madrid match. He should score one of those goals. That's why it was
yes,
bought, but it didn't. So
I think. Okay, let me pull up another one. Let's look at this guy, Leroy Sané.
Sunday.
I mean, what do you think about his signing?
It
And
was good. He won the Premier League with them and he left and it was sold. I mean, I think I don't know how much it was sold by Bayern Munich for, but I think they collected some of the money. He didn't leave on free. So players will come and go. Not every player will be fitting. I think Pep didn't see. I don't know the rift between Sani and Pep and why they didn't fancy him as much. But I would not say Man City has missed Leroy Sani one bit. Look at Phil Foden. He has come through the ranks. I
Mhm.
think Sani probably left for a space for Phil Foden. And Phil Foden has come through the ranks, he has matured, and England is benefiting from that now. For me, it's a starter in the World Cup for
Yeah.
England any day, anytime. So this at the space. This is part of what Pep has contributed. So I don't think they missed Sane anyway. So and yeah, that's my take on
Robbie,
it.
is there anything you want to look at from these players as we've already displayed, um, reaching to the agreement that he has not even won the Champions League with all these players. He has not even won the Champions League.
Let,
And I can tell you
let,
one thing, guys, that with all these players, I mean, their second team alone can win the league. The second
yes,
team of Man City,
definitely,
they can win
definitely.
the
Yes,
league.
they
With
can.
with who? With what manager? The second team win the league with what manager?
The same man, I mean,
With
the
Pep,
same Pep.
With Pep. That you see,
Yeah,
that's the constant figure there. With Pep, if you believe that Pep will win the Champions League with Man City's second team, then you've already said you've already I mean, in your words, you consider him as a great. For you to say he will win the Champions League with Man City's team
but with the,
team
but
B.
he has not won it.
That's what I'm saying. But because I'm saying to you now that even with these great players that he has signed, it
Yeah,
needs. Okay, what about why are we not talking about PSG? Why hasn't PSG won it too? I mean, Carlo was there,
yeah.
Ancelotti was there, even Tuchel, my manager was there. It was close, but he didn't win it. So what would you say about them? And we spent ridiculous amount of money too. For me, that's why I said when I came in at first that it takes luck. It takes a little bit of
Mm.
luck. But these players,
yeah,
even if Pep leaves and he doesn't win it, I feel somebody else will do it. Just the way Jose Mourinho came. Terry slipped in the final against Man United. I couldn't breathe that day. I couldn't
I
breathe.
love that match till today.
You love the match. You see, and we battered United. And John Terry slipped at the diamond when he should win it, and even the second one where
Yes.
the second time against Barcelona went off. They used this famous useless referee of ball
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
give us
yes.
the cards.
Yeah,
Didn't,
football. Yeah,
you know, ball and all that. So you need little things to go your way, to go your way for you to be able
yeah,
to
right.
to come
Absolutely.
good in the Champions League. So yeah. And it was still the
Absolutely.
core of that team that went on to do it at the end of the day. The Lampards and the Terrors of this world and
yes,
the
yes,
Drogbas
absolutely.
of this world. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
So
ask one question before we wrap up the show for both of you, but I'm going to start with Robbie now. From Man City squad now, do you think are you seeing any players they need to sign to win the Champions League? Or is there anywhere you think they should look at before they could win Champions League? Let's forget about luck or anything. Is there
yeah.
anything you think they should do before they can win the Champions League? Is there a player or is it a style of play? Sometimes I see Pep, I mean, what do they call it? Not playing with first nine, not going all the way. Sometimes they just do some funny things and it will backfire. So where do you think they should work upon before they can win the Champions League? Before we wrap up the show, I'm starting with you, Robbie.
For now, I think the squad that they have is a balanced squad. Defensively, they are good. Midfield wise, they are fine. Attack sense, I think the attack is just the only place where they need to do a whole lot of work. And I say it because during the first leg of the Madrid game, City
Yeah.
City should have killed and buried Madrid at the Etihad in the first half of that match
Straight up.
alone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mahrez had about three very clear chances
Clear
that
cut
he should
chances.
have buried. aside burying those chances, but there was instances where he should have just simply passed the ball to his teammates for them to get the job done. But he did not do that. So the first half of that Champions League, the first leg of that Champions League, City should have gotten the game set. Now, why I said that City's attack needs to change or needs to wake up or mature is the fact that in the Champions League, you do not throw away your chances to score or hurt your opponent, because that will ultimately come back to haunt you. And we saw that happen in the second leg. Yes, in the second leg, City scored and they felt, oh, we are marching straight forward into the final. And just look at it. The beast of the Champions League came and was on the side of Real Madrid, and Real Madrid won that game in extra time. And look at the time frame Real Madrid scored all the goals they scored. All those goals came within the time frame of about 10 to 12 minutes.
Absolutely.
And that is just to tell you that in football where you have 90 minutes, 80 minutes is more or less like useless. If you can practically make the best or the most of just 10 minutes. So I think Man City needs to wake up to be much more clinical in front of goal next season. I don't think they need any special player. Even with Haaland coming, yes, it is more or less like an added advantage to their armory. But the team is well balanced. Everybody in the team is doing very well. Sterling, just like day for yesterday when we saw Sterling play, and I tweeted, I said Sterling will not kill me because he was just comical in front of goal. He was comical. There was a particular chance he should have buried, and what did Sterling do? He collided with the upright, and you just begin to laugh like, what is wrong with this guy? But I think the players just need to be more clinical, and then he should stop overthinking his strategy. He should do what he does. Get his figures right, get his facts right, get his formation right, and let the players play. That thing alone would rot fear and destruction to any team across all the 5 years. So I think that is just all. No special players needed, nothing. They should just be much more clinical, especially in the knockout Champions. That is all.
All right, now coming back to you, Prof. What do you think about the question? What do you think they should strengthen or they should look upon before they can win the Champions League?
Yeah, for the first, I think Man City will take a lot of. They will take a lot from the last two Champions League games, my matches they've had against Chelsea and this one against Madrid mentally. A practice driver came out to say I think the Metababa for that clearance. Some of them came out to say the mentality of Man City isn't strong enough. Now Pep questioned them yesterday saying, "What do you mean my mentality is strong enough? I faced you guys, I beat you." It was a little bit salty. I beat you people. He was referring to him winning against United, and Patrice Evra's team was there. So you're saying my team isn't mentally. I don't build a mentally strong team. Yet I beat you in the final. I feel like there's a little bit of truth in what Patrice Evra is saying, because if you watch that game, they froze when that first goal came in. If it's a team that's very mature and they've done it before, there was a way to control the game once that first goal came in. We're talking about 90 minutes here. Yeah, Vinicius scored the first goal. If there were senior players who have done it over and over again before, they should know what to do in that situation. Calm the ball down, pass it around, do what you can do to don't let the second goal come into. It came in 1 minute or thereabout after the first goal. That for me, that's the mentality. They froze, they capitulated, and that for me cannot be solved by Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland himself hasn't won the Champions League. Now, what Haaland will bring to them is Haaland probably have done something different in the first leg. Haaland might probably have scored more goals in terms of what they created, because City will always create a lot of chances. Maybe Haaland would have taken more of it, and they will not see this side of them. In football you can have a crack, but another side of the game can cover your cracks up. So let's say Haaland was there, he might have scored more goals, and we'll not see this mentality crack. And that is what Pep is trying to do. I feel like City are trying to buy their way into it, But then you need to, if you check it out, I don't think any of these City players, has any of them won the Champions League before? I'm not sure, and it matters a lot.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
Yes, and these things matter a lot. Even a manager like Pep that's when it has struggled to bring the mentality into this team. We talk about Pep tinkering a lot. I commended him for that game. He took in Mahrez and brought in Fernandinho. So he used a double for Rodri and Fernandinho to see the game out. Yet they
Yeah.
couldn't do it. So it's not more of I think they need to get their mentality right. Then secondly, Kyle Walker's injury. I feel the way City play, Kyle Walker is very, very important to them.
Mm.
Kyle Walker doesn't play as an out and out right back. He sits and covers up when there's a counter attack with his pace and power. They lost him in that game, and it came to that. The first goal came from there. It came from the left wing. Benzema put it
Mm.
inside, and
Yes.
Rodrigo took it in. I don't think they have it. I think City without Kyle Walker, they are very vulnerable. Putting Young Cancelo is good. Is great going forward, but Cancelo cannot do what Walker does going back. So they'll be figured out next season if they think they can go in with only Kyle Walker as the one as the only right back. The team are always going to get to them through that right back. So maybe they want to strengthen if they have another reason to sign another right back as a backup for Kyle Walker. Maybe they can do that. So yeah, that's all I feel they need to do. But number one, I think is mentality. The mentality has to be
Yeah.
stronger. Yeah, yeah, and decision
All
making as
right.
well.
All right. Thank you so much, Prof, for coming to this show. Be looking forward to be seeing you. You're welcome
Yeah,
to
my pleasure. I enjoyed it.
Intercontinental Sporty
I'll be a
TV.
regular. I'll be a regular here now. Thank you.
All right. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. This is how we do it. This is how
Yeah,
we roll. So thank you so
yeah.
much for coming. If
Thank you. You're
you,
welcome.
yeah. Before I sign you out, is there anything you want to tell our viewers? Telling them
Yeah,
this is the place.
yeah,
They should
yeah.
subscribe.
This is this is
Go
this is a
ahead.
great. It's a great show. Please subscribe. This is a great show. I really enjoyed my time here. If there's anybody listening, should go ahead and subscribe for the show. Thank you.
All right, Robbie. All right, Prof. We'll
Yeah,
see
yeah.
behind the scene. Thank you so much.
All right.
I'm going to sign you
Sure.
out. Have
Thank.
a nice
All right.
weekend.
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right.
Peace.
All right. Robbie, what's going on
Yeah.
in Ile-Ife? How is my KBC
Uh,
there?
He's doing very fine. Ife is very quiet, and the academic situation in Nigeria still on a knife's edge, or is still deadlocked. And unfortunately,
Mm,
students are the one bearing the brunt of the whole situation.
mm.
What we have today is
Not bad.
all students on campus have been asked to evacuate the premises and go back to their respective homes because there was a
Mm,
protest here in Ife yesterday where university students blocked one of the highways that leads in and out of town in protest of the ongoing ASU strike. And I think the school's response to that was to send the remaining students back to their respective homes till when
terrible.
the issue on ground is resolved and school is called back into session. So
Oh
that
my
is the current
goodness.
situation here in Ife. It is terrible.
That's
It's very
it's
terrible.
terrible right now. So sad. So sad. Well, it's going to be another busy weekend for English Premier League. Do you watch yesterday match? Arsenal.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Top
Yes,
four
I did.
in the
In the month.
it's in
I did a
it's
tweet. I
hanging.
did a tweet yesterday. Yeah, I did a tweet yesterday, and I actually told people on my platform that the race for the top four, in case Tottenham win, will be down to 1 point between Tottenham and Arsenal, and with two
Yeah,
more games to go this weekend and next week, we are actually going to see one of the craziest weekends in English football history. We will
I
see
tell
one
you.
of the craziest weekends in terms of the
Ah,
title, in terms of the races for top four. And but I think it is very good for football. Generally,
yeah,
it is very good for
yeah,
the Premiership or as well. As well.
yeah. All right. Thank you so much, my brother. I'm
You're
going to
welcome.
sign you
You're
out. Thank you
welcome.
so much. I hope you have
Thank
very
you very much.
fantastic weekend ahead.
You
My
too.
regards
You
to
too.
your
You too.
family. Thank you so much,
Sure.
Robbie. Bye
Thank you very
for
much.
now.
All right. Bye bye.
And before we sign out, I want to thank every one of you who have subscribed to the channel. It's been a fantastic journey so far. I think we started in December, absolutely, and we're already in 2,060 something subscribers, and it has been massive. Thank you for all your support. This is where it is. This is how we do it on this channel. They call me the Dawn of Sport Entertainment, but my real name is Yemi Ilori. Thank you, everybody. And we have a lot of things coming up this weekend. Looking forward to see the NFL talk show with the big guy himself. He'll be here tomorrow. And the Mondays sport review. This is where we talk about all matches played over the week or also the weekend. So we're going to dissect it. We talk about top 10 African best player, and that's one of the show that I love to project to all Africans wherever they are in the world, in diaspora or at home. This is where we do our top 10 players that did very well over the week, and this is where we look at the players doing fantastically well in all our respective league. This is the channel. This is how we do it. Let's talk about our African players doing very well wherever they are. Not only in sport, not only in soccer, also in basketball. We start talking about the top 10 all round. This is how we do it. And also on Monday, we also talk about NBA talk show with Easy. Easy with his friends. He wants to talk about basketball in America here. And I'll be online producer. That's fantastic. I don't know much about NBA, but I'm getting to love the game. Also, and we'll still be bringing in so many sports. As I've said on this channel, we'll be looking at having all kind of sports. So if you're interested to talk about maybe boxing, wrestling, if you're interested, you could link up with our email address or drop your name and your contact. We could locate you and we'll talk about how we're going to roll. So on this note, I'm going to sign out for today. Today has been very fantastic. Shout out to all the guys that showed up, the new guests. Also, I'm talking about Professor Tuchel here from United States. Also, Ireti, we couldn't meet up with Tunde. Kudos to him as well. Big up to him as well. And it's been a fantastic moment. I love the show. So on this note, I'm going to sign out and looking forward to another show. Yeah, tomorrow, God's willing. So on this note, I'm going to sign out. Thanks, guys. Catch you.